everyone, some exciting updates over the last few weeks. GoHighLevel has made so many updates. I think somewhere over 200. I haven't even been able to go through all of them, but I have seen a few of them in action and they're incredible. So the one thing I wanted to shed some light on and that you should look in your account is the labs feature. So where you're going to want to go is go to the settings and you're going to scroll down to the bottom where it says labs and it says new. What's nice about this section is when there's new features that come to light in GoHighLevel, which is all the time because they're so innovative, you can go to this lab section and turn them on ahead of time. So at the agency level, we've allowed all of our contacts and clients to have access to features early on when they're still in beta mode. And you can go into this labs once in a while, just cruise through and turn things on. So for example, in my case, because I love to try new things, I always turn them on. So in here, I'll move my head. You can see when it's going to be activated and when it's going to go live, and then you'll see the change automatically in your account, but you can push them live ahead of time. So there's been some really big ones that we can see here. You can set ideal response times, which is amazing. There's a brand new CRM redesign in the conversations, which I'll show you the difference today. This is probably my favorite because I've always found the contacts in the conversation section a little bit overwhelming. So this new UI change has really made it simplified and it looks really good. So I'm still learning my way around though, because it is new. Contact list view, just a lot of design updates, which I love. Okay. Really cool TikTok messaging. So as you guys know, in that synchronized inbox where you can talk to one client on multiple channels. So for example, if you email them or you text them or phone call, or they message you on Instagram, it's going to try to consolidate those into that conversation menu. And now you can do it with TikTok. So if you connect your account in connections here somewhere, you can now respond and see those responses in real time in your CRM, which is amazing. I'm not much of a TikTok gal, but this is really cool. We all know in the last few months has been a huge pain in Canada, and it's always been a pain in the States, but this is going to help obviously with that process as well. Schedules and calendars, I haven't played with this yet. Course Studio, I'm actually building a course for a client right now, and it looks really, really cool. I like some of their new templates. So it's going to be live soon anyways in your account, but this is one where I obviously turned on this feature early in my account. Communities going live. You can go into your community now. So picture that being like your personal Facebook group, but maybe you have a group of investors or realtors, or you're selling a course or something. So a new, again, mobile experience, which has to do with design, WhatsApp notification, color-coded opportunities. This has been in the labs for a while, and we've had some of mortgage brokers test this out and they love it. So an example of this would be like in your opportunities pipeline when you've got different stages, and maybe you want to identify visually what is a purchase, what is a refi by mortgages type as well, which would come from Venmo. Then there'd be this little color coded tag that says like purchase. Another example is like you can create criteria. So if the contact or the lead hasn't been contacted in 3 days, it would like turn the opportunity red. So I've been playing a lot with some of the new advanced workflows like AI builders, which again are really cool. You can just type in real time like you're chatting to ChatGPT, and it'll literally help you build workflows, edit the workflows, troubleshoot them. It'll write the copy for you for the emails and the text. It's incredible. I've been playing with the funnel AI and website builders for a while, but I think this is a next level. I haven't played with it recently, but again, really cool, giving it an idea and then within a few minutes it's popping out an entire website or funnel for you. So this is just helping streamline your business, give you more opportunities, allowing level entry people to help you in your business too. So if you have an assistant but you wanted to create a funnel, what used to take them days or weeks can now happen in an hour or so. Obviously some chat widget improvements, there's no email AIs, there's just so many things going on. Dashboard AI, which I can't wait to play with, I know more, and they're reimagining the dashboard experience, which for us would be like KPIs for your mortgage business. So AI powered insights front and center. This is just going to be a game changer for your mortgage business because the more you know about the data, the more strategic you can be, in 2020. And I can't wait to play with it a little bit more, but just imagine having those analytics and be able to kind of predict with your data. So to have it all in one place, again, is such a gift. Conversations, which this, you can obviously have different language models now. You have this Ask AI feature here, so you can use that. And if you toggle this, you can use different LLMs. This, sometimes there's only a few in here, but obviously there's a lot in here right now. So I encourage you to go through it, do the show mores, read about it, turn it on. A lot of them, when you turn them on, you can't turn them off again. So I like to test things before I push them out to all of you guys. So an example that I'll show you right now, I really like the new contacts in the conversation section. So if we go here, before we go into that, I'll go into an old account and creating one here. And you can see that the conversation, like the view of it, so the design, you have here all the different conversations, whether they're read, recent, or you've read them. You have typically here a chronological view of what you've discussed with this client, any stage changes, any actions. It just kind of works its way down and you can really look, which I really like that. So you can go back in time to see what's happened between you and your team. And this is what we talked about earlier with those consolidated channels to talk to your contacts. So SMS being text messages and email. Before we were talking about Facebook and Instagram, and now you have a channel for TikTok. Again, managing everything in one space is really cool. I like this new-ish feature for internal comments, and there's also team inbox now too if you have team members in your system. But here you can usually type in basically with your client, picking your phone number, and there's different shortcuts here at the bottom for attachments, snippets, and whatnot. And then on this side, we always had the contact view if they were D&D, different types of things, followers, tags, and then you could click into these things to add notes, tasks, opportunities, appointments, and sometimes we see associations here, so I might just be in a different view. So anyways, this looks good. So in this case, if I go into the messages, you can see that it already looks so different. I think that one, it's visually appealing. There's a little bit more color. It seems like a little bit more structure. I still have to get used to where things are, but I don't find it as overwhelming. So here you can start new conversations between your contacts or your teammates because there's the team inbox now. You can see your inboxes here and search conversations if you want to. And you have internal chats between you and your team for the specific contact, right? So you can see we're with a contact. You can see that we've called each other back and forth. There's the voice recording from the phone call and the transcripts and then the call back and all sorts of things that we're trying to just test here. That here you can pick your channel. Again, the more channels you've discussed, the more channels you've talked to the client, then the more opportunities you have here to message them from the system and not have to log into TikTok and message them. You can do it right in here in your account. So here you can obviously use AI to draft your messages. You can add emojis and all the things here at the bottom, which is regular. You've got your AI feature here, which is so cool, and your send, and obviously a schedule send as well. If you were searching a filter through to see, okay, well, if they called me or they had an opportunity stage change, and it looks like you can kind of filter from there, make a phone call to that person, add to favorites, mark as read and garbage. You've got your contact details here, which is really great because a lot of that used to live on this side and just kind of overwhelm the space. So now if you need the contact details, you can find them right here and do all your general info. And for us in the mortgage world, properties owned, all that kind of stuff. Here you've got activities. So this would be like if they landed on your website or visited certain pages or filled out a form, just like you would in the other one, which used to overwhelm the right-hand side of the screen. So now if you're looking for it, you can find it here. We've got associations, which GoHighLevel is a fairly new-ish feature in the last, I'd say, couple months, or I would say in the last few months, but it is still very limited to automations and stuff, but you can see here which opportunities these people are associated with. And then as associations evolve, just like opportunities, how you can have automations, it'll be really cool here in our world to associate like a realtor with all these leads, right? So we can build those out in the future. Here you've got your tasks. Of course, this is at the contact level, and you've got notes. If you go into your opportunities, which would be in deals, you obviously have notes at the opportunity and contact level. So it depends if that person has a purchase or a refi. See all the appointments for those people, any documents you've collected or sent or received, and you also have payments, which for most brokers isn't required. I encourage you to head over to Labs, check it out for yourself, and let me know what your new favorite feature is. Cheers.